I just want to say that all we want to do is bring Robert home. So please, if you know anything or if you've seen anything, contact the police department and help us find Robert.
The family of an adorable 8-year-old Idaho boy missing since Friday pleads for his safe return. Our hearts go out to them. Let's hope that something we say here today will trigger something and will help solve this case. That's our prayer, certainly. Phone lines lighting up. Tula, Michigan, your question or thought, ma'am?
I represent a large following who loves you, Jane. We never miss your show. We're animal lovers. Thank you. God bless you for being on the show.
Thank you.
Anyway, we want to tell you we never miss you.
Okay.
Now, I believe the mother is guilty because she's already punished her other child and only got a misdemeanor. Should have been a felony, I think.
All right. Well, ma'am, thank you for all your comments, but we have to be very, very careful here, Stacy, in saying she is not a suspect. The family is cooperating, and we'd love to hear from her if she'd like to come on and talk about her son. We can never jump to conclusions, Stacy. The first rule of journalism, and I would think detective work, is never assumed.
Well, absolutely. But I think what your caller or your viewer, all they hear is that this child came from a history of violence in the house. And so, naturally, I think the inclination is for somebody to say, well, maybe it's the mother because the mother was involved in something before. But you're right. We absolutely cannot jump. But I'll tell you one thing. Those investigators are looking at that case very carefully. And they are investigating the criminal history of the mother's friends, the boyfriend, the father, anybody who's involved with that child that has got a criminal history, they are looking at very carefully. But we don't know how much involvement the mother's had.
Now, Steve Cardian, what do authorities do in a situation like this? Do they ask for a polygraph of the family members?
Yeah, Jane, it's only reasonable that they're going to look very closely at the people that were very close to him, because we know from studies that have been done that less than 0.5% are the atypical stranger abduction, and that the rest of the time it's someone very close to that child.
Stacey Honowitz, what about the fact that cops have interviewed more than 100 registered sex offenders living within 2 miles of the home? I'm so astounded that there's 100 registered sex offenders within 2 miles of anybody's home.
Well, I'll tell you something very interesting. What a lot of people don't know is most counties, most cities have registration requirements. They have zoning requirements. And so consequently, a lot of sex offenders migrate to one area because that's the only area where they are allowed to stay. So that's what happens. And that's the first place to go. Go interview those guys.
Thank you, fabulous panel. Thanks for explaining that. Stacey, you're watching Issues on HLN.